Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Magic the Gathering Arena. So what I'm going to be doing this time is I'm not going to be doing a draft, I'm going to be doing something completely different. I'm playing a format I have no idea about. So, I have not played Standard, I've never been a particularly big fan of constructed formats. I've played a little bit of Commander. Well, no, it's a lie. I played a lot of Commander but quite a few years ago, and a little bit of Modern. On Arena, I mostly play Historic, so that's what I've got a few decks for here and there, and I thought I'd give something completely different a try. I'm going to delve into Standard for the first time ever. So all I've done here is I've gone straight onto MTG Goldfish. I have picked one of the lists that looks like it could be something I'd enjoy, and I'm going to dive straight into it. I don't know anything about the list, I don't recognise half of the cards here, and I'm not even going to read them before starting the games. I'm just going to go straight into it and see what we can do from there. So hopefully this will be fun, hopefully it'll be good for you guys to watch, to see me completely try and figure something out. I've used almost all of my resources to craft this list, and I don't know what it's going to do. So I like the sound of Esper, I like the sound of mid-range. I honestly just think that sounds reasonable to me, and I'm going to jump straight into Standard ranked play and see what we can figure out. If you enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, comment, join us on the Patreon in the description down below. Anything that you can do to support the channel is really appreciated, but for now, let's take this completely unknown quantity and see what we can do. So, in terms of ranking on Arena, I've never really tried for Standard ranked. I've tried a little bit for some of the draft rankings in the past. I did make it to something ranked 26 Mythic, I think it was, maybe 28, something like that, sort of mid to high 20s in Mythic once, but I've never even tried on Standard. I think I made it to like Gold, I might have made it to Diamond once. Does Diamond even exist in this? Yeah, you can tell how long it's been since I tried. So let's go straight in and see what we do. So I've seen a lot of Sheoldreds around, and we've got 2 removal spells here. What's this? Add mana for a legendary spell. Mana among any colours and legendary things. Okay, I mean, I'm going to keep this only because it looks pretty reasonable, given that we've got 2 solid removal spells. Okay, so we're going to start with the tower, making sure we get that, that solid mana early on. Ambitious Farmhouse, so we're just not going to bother killing that unless they go to transform it, I believe. Yeah, if they go to transform that, sure, but right now we don't need to. I guess we play this out. No reason to worry about anything else, and just take our time. I'm not sure. I've seen that there is a mono white deck. Okay, as an enter battlefield, choose a card name. Oh, they can make any of my spells cost 2 more to cast. Okay, so in response to that, oh no, it's as it enters the battlefield. Oh, it's not even an ETB trigger. So they can just pick Go for the Throat and it ruins all of my game plan here. Yep. It's not even a look at their hand, it's just an ETB trigger. That is gross. Okay. So we'll absolutely ditch Ijango if it comes to it. Okay, they've got a wedding announcement as well. We will deal 4 damage to that. It's interesting that these cost less for each legendary thing we control. Yep. They get to do their trigger. And we can bring out Sheoldred. Okay, so this is what I've seen people playing a lot of, and this is really going to be just, if it survives, we're in a really good spot, because it just means that they're on a 10-turn clock without anything else even happening. Okay, so there's their humans. I mean, honestly, there's not really much for us to do here. We did kill that, so we can still just go for the throat if we need to, but yeah, we might as well just push here, because this is going to flip anyway. They're going to get a couple of anthems. Sure. Funny enough, we'd rather they attack. So we can, yeah, we're going to dome them again. If they don't attack, it's better for them. Exit creature, mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. I guess we could use this to just return it to our hand. I wasn't even convinced, like 100% sure that that was something we could even do. I didn't know if that could even go to our hand or opponent's hand. Okay, so here comes another one of these. At least we can go for the throat next turn if we need to. They're going to get their wedding announcement flipped. The first one and maybe the second one soon. I hope this list's got a wrath of some sort. Yes, they're trying to get the units here. Okay, so... was it choose a colour, creature gains hexproof from that colour. Okay, so it's just a defensive unit. That's reasonable. Again, they did choose go for the throat. We'll just go for Shieldred again. And we might as well play our little Might out, seeing as we can't play go for the throat. And this, if when they draw a card, there we go, we're going to start at least getting some value back here. Next turn we can go for the throat, which is nice. I mean, I'm going to block. They can pump if they want, but we've got Death Touch. Oh no, does that give it first strike? Oh, that gives it... okay. I was not expecting that. And now we're just going to die. So we kill that. Play a land. Pass the turn. And die to wedding festivities. There we go. This is a pretty bad situation. What is that? Bankbuster. Remove counter from it. Draw a card. If there's no counters, make a pilot and a treasure. Okay. I think I remember that being in a draft format. So I don't know if our list has a wrath, so I can probably justify living one more turn. We'll just kill that. It doesn't make sense to let that happen. We're still taking 12 here. Yep. This can't block anyway. Okay, what does this do? When you attack, target attacking creature connives X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Okay, sure. So connive again is draw X cards and then put a 1/1 counter for... okay, draw and discard basically. So this might as well attack here. Connive 1. This also can't block. Return it from graveyard to the battlefield with a counter on it. 4 less for each non-basic. Sorry, if your opponent controls non-basic lands. Okay, well that's not going to help us here. So here we can block one of these with this. We can kill one of the others, so we're not dead yet. We're nearly dead, but not dead yet. We're not giving up. We don't know what exists in these lists. Yeah, whichever one they buff is the one we're going to deal with, obviously. Yeah, so that's the one we're going to Django. So let's just do this. I hope they don't... okay, they don't have enough mana for a second Wandering Emperor, so that's nice. Yeah, we just block a thing. Hope they don't have another pump spell of some sort. Okay, so another wedding announcement. So that just draws them a card? Yeah. Okay, what does this guy do? Counter target spell activate ability or triggered abilities. Control draws a card. Destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its control draws a card. That's really nice. So here we're just going to go for this. Because we have to go for that regardless. We obviously just ditch one of those. This has got flash, so we can survive here, in theory. They put a counter on one, we kill that one, block 2. If our opponent doesn't have anything. Okay, flash this in, destroy something. I hope they don't have removal. If we destroy this, there's a chance we might be able to take out the Wandering Emperor next turn. So we just block. It's so funny to me that this is just cheaper if they have nothing legendary. They've got so many cards though, and we've got 1 life. We need another Shieldred immediately. Exile all creatures and graveyards, and they can make a 2/2. The fact that took the graveyard is brutal for us here. Okay, yeah, the counters. Ooh. Lifelink. Okay, cool. I'll take that. So what's this got? Target legendary creature gains hexproof and indestructible. Okay, we can use that. Exile target creature. Okay, enchant basic land you control, enter the battlefield, exile target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So if they target this, we then use this. There we go. This gives it hexproof. If they've got something in response. No, okay, so they're probably just making themselves, yep, the little guy, that's fine. And the problem is they can crew this, which is going to kill us. These two anthems is nuts, and they're going to get 2 1/1s, is it? A 1/1, sorry. Yep. I said not 1/1, a 4/4. Okay, we'll call that a learning experience. That mono white deck is solid. Those wedding favors, or what are they called? Wedding invitation. There we go. They're pretty hard to deal with. Okay, might have to figure out what our game plan is for that. So there's our first attempt. I don't know what I was getting myself in for. I've kind of just gone for it and hope that it's reasonable. We'll go for 2, maybe 3 games, just seeing what we can learn here. And hopefully you guys find this interesting, because like I said, this is an incredibly new format to me. This can cast legendary spells, so it can go with Skrelv into Thalia, which is good for us. It is interesting that I know Thalia quite well, but okay, there's Cut Down. Yep, I've seen that a few times in draft formats, and they've got the Harvester. Okay, so Thalia's good into this, so that is fine by me. Stick her out there. We've got loads of creatures, so we're almost entirely creatures, so it's unlikely that Thalia is going to be a detriment to ourselves. They're going to go, yep, they kill her for 3, and we can play another one next turn. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're lacking on mana, but we're not far away from getting good things out of this. They could have another go for the throat or something, which is perfectly reasonable here. But we've got multiple copies of cards that are useful for us, so let's see what they're going for. They've got 4 mana. Okay, discarding. Yeah, discarding that. Oh, if they've bricked already, we just need 1 land and we start getting a really good situation. What is this? When it enters the battlefield, destroy 1 target artifact or enchantment. Okay, so that's what we needed last game. Let's just go with this. I feel like this is going to be relevant as well, because our opponent is, I feel like with them having discard effects, they're going to want things in the graveyard. Okay, yep, the Kiki Jiki thing. All fine. There we go. We got a Django, so we'll just play that out. We can attack with both of these, and honestly, we can just make our Lifelinker one connive. And what do we discard here? I mean, it's obviously this, because this can come back. And then anything else? It's got Disturb. Yeah, it's probably the thing with Disturb at least, because we're going to have a big beefy one of these anyway. So if I were them, I'd probably double block Thalia. Okay, they're double blocking here, that's also fine. We gain a bunch of life as well. And then they still... Okay, so what's this do on the backside? When creatures put into graveyard from anywhere, investigate. Okay, so it's not as useful still, but still reasonable. Target opponent sacrifice a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and draw a card. I mean, we'll sacrifice Thalia. Sure. Get our Plaza of Heroes out. And at this point, I think we probably just want... In fact, is this an enchantment? It is, isn't it? So this can just destroy 1. So we can stop them getting Kiki Jiki. And just get this attack in. We get to loot again. Honestly, I think we're just going to ditch this. We've got enough to play everything we need to next turn anyway. So this is pretty fair. I like that this can just give us the ability to draw a card. There's got to be ways of breaking that synergy. Okay, ward, discard a card. Exile a card from a graveyard to drain one. Okay, sure, it's going to be Dennick, I imagine. Yeah. Okay, so they've only got 2 non-basic lands. This just straight up destroys the thing, and if we discard a card to do it, I think that's reasonable. I mean, we could just go for Adeline and have some fun, but honestly, I think we're going to discard Raffine and just use this to destroy that and attack with both. Yes, we do want to destroy this. We're going to discard Raffine number 2. Get some card draw and then get some attacking done. So, they did have the ward as well. Unfortunate. So we can still attack, and then we can use this in the end step to draw a card so that we at least get the advantage first, I guess. You can really tell I don't know what I'm doing with this list, but okay, more sacrifice things. Sure, we can both draw cards. We'll sacrifice Urtai because it doesn't do anything. Another Dennick could be nice here because they seem to like graveyardy things. Anything? Okay, no, good. So yeah, we can do this and then play Adeline. Okay. Just attack here. They could just kill us. Sure. So that one, given the way they've reacted to it, might actually be worth just getting back as well. Okay, we've got some damage going. We've got pressure. We're behind on the board resources, but we're not behind in we're behind in resources in hand, but we've got 3 cards in the graveyard that can be useful. Great, 2 colourless spirits, gain haste till end of turn. Sure, is this like a sacrifice effect like an edict? Sure, we'll draw a card. Because they've got more resources than us anyway, so as a percentage increase this is more for us than it is for them. So, discard this. We've got 2 legendary creatures already. Return a creature from our graveyard to our hand. I actually think we just want to do this and go for one of the Dennicks because they seem to really dislike the Dennicks here. I'm just going to be, better safe than sorry situation here because I feel like they really dislike them. So we're going to play this. This has got the bounce ability if we need it. So we can just attack with these 2. Get some more damage in. And we've got the bounce spell if we need it because we've got 3 legendary creatures. Okay, they're cycling, that's always good. I imagine they just block one on these. Or, they're going to chump. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'd probably chump and maybe trade one of these. Okay, end turn there. So depending on what they play, we can bounce things if we need to. That's their 3rd basic land. So when they get a 4th one, this only costs black to activate. So there's Sheoldred. So we want to stop in their end step to bounce that away. Or if they spend enough mana to not be able to recast it, we'll bounce it then as well. Okay. If they're going to make us discard a card, we'll just bounce Sheoldred first. Yep, just bounce Sheoldred. We don't discard anything, you discard a card. That seems pretty good to me. And they got one of those, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Our opponent couldn't get past the value, it looked like. We just had too many things I think we're going to keep on applying pressure, and with no cards in hand, Liliana can't make us discard anything relevant. We had too many creatures to be able to attack through it. Sheoldred wasn't going to be enough health, I don't think, to keep them alive. Okay, 1-1 so far with a brand new standard deck. This is not too bad. Like, this could be a fun little series trying to just experiment with new decks that I have no idea what they do. I literally have never seen most of these cards before. The Connive card, I've never seen it. Skrelv, I've never seen it. No Graveyard Shenanigans, never seen it. This is completely new to me. Miller card. Okay, I vaguely remember this. Let's go with this. This looks fine. So we still need to use that to get the 1-drop down, but we can use Darkstick Shores to get the Transmogrant down. We've got the Toxic Plan going. So I need to just... So we get on Toxic. Does this give things Toxic? Yeah, it can give a creature Toxic and Hexproof from a colour. And can't be blocked by creatures of that colour this turn. So this is, when it enters Miller card, exile cards from your graveyard, can't be 0. Comes a copy of target creature exiled with it. Oh, hang on, this activates for just Phyrexian mana. I should have absolutely just saved that up. Oh, I couldn't have done it anyway because it's legendary anyway. Okay, so Caves of Koilos. We can go for a Raffine, which is nice. Take a bit of damage, but it's not the end of the world here. So, as it transforms, becomes a copy of it with additional 1/1 counters. I mean, that's fine, but I think I'd rather keep all of these other pieces here and just try and go for like the more, like basically that's like a long-term value thing, whereas I think these are all just pretty reasonable. So that is exile something until it leaves the battlefield. Sure, we'll just play another one and then get the same trigger again, which is nice. We'll just ditch one copy of Go for the Throat. We're kind of hoping for a land there, but we've now got them ridiculously low. Okay, and they're going to play... They've got another non-basic, so this can come back super easy. What's that one? Oh, it's another one of those. Okay, sure. Pay your ward cost. And they are nearly dead. We play this as a mana source. We will play Adeline. We can't play Skrelv as well, unfortunately. But we can get more stuff. And now they're dead to many different things next turn, if they don't have a Wrath of some sort. Is this sorcery speed? No, it's not. Okay, so this might be something we can do if they Wrath in another turn. Yeah. Oh, they're going to exile it. Oh no, they can't, can they? That won't do enough. Oh, they gain 2 life. There we go. Sheoldred should do the job. Yeah. There we go. Attack here. They're going to get an extra counter. We're going to attack here. Boop. There we go. Okay, so there is hope yet. We're not out of the realms of having a chance with this deck. I think this has been a good fun experiment. We've got 3 games in, we've 2-1. I'm starting to figure out what things do. I've got a good hang of it. I might have to come back for another series on this deck. So I'm not going to play another game. I'm just going to have a quick look at the deck and see, now that I've got an understanding of what it does. You know, is there anything I haven't seen yet, or is there anything I'm missing? So Skrelv seems useful. I definitely misused it. Thalia in 2 different artworks apparently. This Transmogrant is interesting. So it's a weird choice, but I get it. Just an aggressive, recursive D2 drop that can be ditched if we need to. We've seen Denek. Ludwig, again, not sure why it's there, but I get it. Lauren, it can be quite useful. Adeline's good. This is good. Sheoldred's good. Ertai seems very powerful. I like Ertai a lot. I like anything with utility and a body. And I have not seen this yet at all, so... When it dies, choose one, look at the top 7 cards of your library, put any number of non-land permanents with CMC 4 or less among them on the battlefield. Okay, that can be good. Or put 2 1/1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature or vehicle. Okay. I'm not sure how that fits the list. I guess it's supposed just to be to buff other things up and also be a big flying threat, but that seems pretty reasonable. And then any interesting sideboard choices? The wedding announcements are still here. They seem to be everywhere now. wedding announcements, cut downs. Kaito Shizuki. Never seen this before. Beginning of end step, if it's entered the battlefield this turn, he phases out. Draw a card, then discard a card unless you're attacked. Create a ninja with it can't be blocked. And create an emblem with whenever something deals combat to a player. Search your line for a blue or black creature card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. Okay. I'm not sure what that's for, but this sounds like a Wrath. Yeah, destroy all creatures, sure. 4 mana Wrath's pretty decent. Another... Okay, well this is good enough to have 2 of them. Very strange. Probably it's a bit of Wrath protection actually. If they Wrath you get to put something on the battlefield, but... Okay, this seems like a fun deck. I'm definitely going to be coming back and trying this another time, especially after I spent so many resources on it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Please give me any advice you have got into how to play it and what I'm doing wrong now that I've had my first try. And if you have enjoyed it, please do like, comment, subscribe, join us in the Patreon in the description down below. Anything you can do to support the channel is really appreciated. But most of all, thank you so much for watching and have a good day.